we've worked directly with over 90 marketing agencies, and what we did for them was build out acquisition and scaling system. And in doing that, we've signed over 300 clients across all of them. And we've helped them to add a collective $4 million in added revenue across all of the agencies. So what I'll be sharing in this video is the best offer that we've found to work, and how you can use these exact systems that we've used to scale 6, 7, and even 8-figure agencies and create an offer for your own one where you can sign clients easily, predictably, and just scale up to wherever you want to go. So I'll be walking you through the old way of doing things, what 99% of agencies do and why they fail in trying to sign clients. I'll be walking you through the new way to create offers that allows you to stand out easily, book meetings, sign clients, and just scale up rapidly. And then finally, I'm going to walk you through the 3 steps that you need to take to build out your value offer. So what 99% of agencies do is they have a service, and a service is appointment setting, Facebook ads, Google ads, all these commodities where they're essentially selling the same thing as thousands of other agencies. So if you're selling something like this, and if you look like everyone else, if you sound like everyone else, then you're going to get what everyone else gets, which is no bookings or client signed or anything at all. So this is a problem because you can't get bookings, you can't get sales. If you are lucky enough to get onto a call with someone, they're just going to compare you to 10 other options. You're going to get all these objections. They're going to ask, how are you different from everyone else? And then eventually you're going to send you a proposal, you're going to do everything, you're going to be so excited, and then they're just going to choose a cheap option. But an even bigger problem is that if you are lucky enough to sign a client on a little retainer, delivery is going to be terrible. Because if you're doing this, you're just signing all of these different clients. You don't have a niche. You're just offering the service to anyone who is willing to pay you. So because of this, the clients are low paying because you can't afford to charge these high retainers because you're competing with everyone else. Because of that, you can't afford to hire team members to actually do the work without you. So you're stuck doing everything. You're communicating with clients, you're doing the delivery, you're doing the setup, you're doing literally everything. And the worst part is you're doing this not even knowing that it's going to work, because this is a new niche. You're doing it for a new person every single time. So you're doing this while running the rest of the business, while doing marketing, while doing sales, while doing all of this. And it's just impossible. At around 5 to 10 clients, your time is capped, and you can't do anything else. So your agency just stalls. And this is why most agencies get stuck. And this is actually what we help our clients to do now is we take all the best scaling systems from these 7 and 8-figure agencies that we work with, give it to our clients, and they're able to scale up past this 10K, 20K, 30K, even 50K mark to around 100 to 200,000 per month. So the solution to all of these problems that I mentioned is value offers and productization. Now, what is a value offer? An offer is not a service. An offer is not Facebook ads. An offer is not Google ads. An offer is the transformation that you help your client to achieve. And the value of your offer is determined by the size of the transformation that you help your clients to achieve. An example is a service may be email marketing, but an offer would be the outcome of doing this email marketing. So let's say you're helping e-com brands, and for the email marketing, this is your service. This is what 99% of agencies do. They offer this email marketing, which is the same as everyone else doing that. But if you come in and you position your offer in a way where you talk about the outcome. So let's say you had a client in the past, you ran the email campaigns for them, you built out the automations, you did daily campaigns, and because of that, they add an extra $40,000 per month. Your offer isn't we do email marketing. Your offer is that you help these types of clients to add an extra $40,000 per month. And we'll go into detail as to how you can create your offer. But for now, I just want you to understand the thinking behind it. The offer is what you do in terms of the outcome, in terms of the transformation, and the service is how you get that transformation. Now, the next idea that I want you to understand that nobody's going to talk about in some beginner agency course or some YouTube video is the idea of productization. Now, what that means is simply taking something that's custom, something that's a service, something that's personalized for every client that you work with, and turning it into a solution, a product that can be repeated and done at scale without any differences. So think of, maybe what you're doing now, which is a custom solution for every client, right? They come on, you create a brand new campaign, you have to figure things out, you have to test things, and then maybe it works. And compare that to something like Apple selling iPhones. They don't make like a custom iPhone for every person. Yes, they may have different variants, like having extra storage or something like that. But at the end of the day, it's the same product. You can't just walk in an Apple store and ask, can I get a specific type of iPhone that's shaped like a triangle? Like, you can't do that. So imagine the situation where every single client you sign is in a brand new niche, a brand new offer, brand new everything. And you have to figure it out every time. This is what keeps you in the day-to-day, the fact that you have to figure things out. But compare that to the situation where you help the same type of person every single time. You help them to solve the same problem every single time. And because of that, you can essentially just copy and paste your solution over and over and over. And this is how the 7 and 8-figure agencies scale, is that they don't have to come up with new things. They're just doing the same thing over and over and over. I think there was a quote by Henry Ford, and he was saying, our customers can have any type of Ford, any type of car that they want, as long as it's in the color black. And he was pretty much just saying that they can want all these things. They can want the pink one, they can want the shiny one, but all they're going to make is the black one, because that is the main thing that they offer, and they're just going to do that as well as possible. So finally, these are the 3 steps you can take right now to build out a value offer. And genuinely, this is the first thing that we do for every single client that we work with. Our clients used to pay us $24,000 upfront to implement these acquisition and scaling systems. So genuinely, this stuff works, and don't disregard it because some free YouTube video. Genuinely put this into practice, and I promise you, you will see massive returns compared to everyone else. So the first thing that we need to do is pick a niche. Now, I hear this all the time, especially if you have clients already, and this is really who I'm speaking to, agencies who actually have clients who've done this a while. They're gonna say, Ethan, I've worked with all these niches already. I can't choose one. I don't wanna change my whole business. Oh, it's not gonna work. Don't worry, it's fine. You don't have to change your whole agency. You don't have to change your whole team and everything. The only thing that we need to focus on is when we're doing acquisition, when we're doing, outbound and sales, we're just choosing one niche to go after at a time. It doesn't mean you have to change your whole business, but by going after one, we can make our messaging specific to them. So what we're going to do is, if you have clients already, what I want you to do, just for this example, is just think of your best client, right? Think of the client that got the best results, potentially in the shortest amount of time, and was the best experience to work with. That's the niche that we're going to go with for this example. So throughout this, I'm just going to give you an example of a client that we helped in the past, and they were helping home renovation companies. And one of their case studies was that they helped a home renovation company to add an extra $65,000 per month. So in this situation, we're using home renovation as the niche. Now, step 2 is to map out their outcome transformation. So very simply, all I want you to do now is map out the before state and the after state of your client. And usually, in terms of a general rule, and this is what we found across 90 agencies, the closer that you can get this outcome to profit, the more effective and the more appealing it sounds. So what I mean by that is, in terms of the before state, you can use something like revenue as an example. So they were at $20,000 before you work with them. Now they're at $85,000, right? These are the before and after states. So by doing this, you map out the contrast between where they were and where they want to be, or where they got after working with you. And like I said, the closer that you can get to profit, the more appealing the message becomes. So instead of saying they had 12 website clicks before they work with you, now they have 100 website clicks. It's like, no one cares. Like, no one cares about website clicks. But if you can say they were making around $8,000 profit per month, but now the owner's take home was an extra $65,000 per month profit, I mean, that sounds much better. And when you do this, feel free to map any additional benefits that you also got when working with them. So with our client in the home renovation niche, they not only helped them add an extra $65,000 per month, but they also help them grow the email list, grow their social following, and implement an automated lead nurturing sequence. So because of that, it just adds some extra value to the offer. So step 3 is we're going to add the final specifics that's going to make the offer so much more appealing. And again, this is found throughout hundreds and hundreds of scripts that we've ran for our clients. So genuinely, just make sure that you do this. So what I want you to do is list the time frame that it took for you to achieve this outcome, and then mention any unique mechanisms that allowed you to do this. And then I want you to put this in a very simple template to just map out your offer. So the template looks something like this. We help niche to get outcome plus additional benefits in time frame with unique mechanisms, right? Very simple. And if we apply this to the example I was talking about, we help home renovation companies add an extra $65,000 per month while growing their social following in 90 days using automated AI lead nurturing tools. And this, very simply, is how you can create a winning offer. Now, most people would ask, okay, you have the offer, but how do you actually use this to sign clients? Now, very simply, we like the approach where you don't have to spam people, you don't have to do some crazy volume or any crazy guarantees and all this stuff. We don't do that. A very simple message that you could use is something like this. It would be like, hey, John, hope you're doing great. Just wanted to reach out because we helped Welby Renovations to add an extra $65,000 per month in around 90 days using automated AI lead nurturing. Thought we may be able to do the same for you. Would you be open to some more info? Right? Super simple, but super, super effective. You can use this in emails, in LinkedIn messages, in anything, in content even. People are going to resonate because they hear the outcome that they want, the time frame that they want, and it sounds very appealing to them. Right? All we're doing is we're leading with proof. And if you can do that, your marketing and your sales will be so much easier. So by following this process, on the acquisition side, you're going to be able to book meetings very, very easily. You're going to stand out when you do take sales calls. You're not going to be compared to all these other options in the space. You'll actually be seen as an expert and you'll be treated in that way. So you'll have more respect, you'll have more authority, and you'll even be able to charge higher prices because you're seen as a unique solution. But then it gets even better. So when you do sign the client, which is going to be so much easier and you're going to have more money to spend, delivery is going to be so much better because every client you sign, because you're working in a niche, has the same problem. They want a very similar outcome. So you have predictability. So if you just figure it out once, it's just a matter of copying and pasting it across every new client. And this doesn't take much time. It doesn't take much or many team members. It doesn't take much thinking either. So this can be done very quickly, very efficiently, with very few people with very low expenses, and your clients get better results while requiring less work from you. And this is the efficiency required to get to 7 or even 8 figures every single year. And if you want help scaling up and you just want the systems that we've used to scale over 90 agencies to 7 or even 8 figures, just book a time using the link below and we'll give you a demo of all of these systems. And I'll be completely honest, we'll show you how everything works. If you want to sign up with us, it's perfectly fine. We can get you onboarded. If not, you can genuinely just take the systems, use it to get to 50, 100K, and then from there, if you want to scale even further, you can come back and work with us.